Hey guys, how you going? And welcome back to another speculation video. In today's episode, we are breaking down a Tech Talk podcast that Big Ant CEO Ross Simons appeared on this week. I'll link the interview down below, which is called Global Victoria Tech Talks. It's a pretty decent interview that raises some interesting talking points for the future of cricket video games, and we'll take a look at them in this short video. So first point we'll touch on is that the IPL was mentioned and Ross labelled it a fantastic opportunity. They've been talking to the IPL for a number of years, and as we know, the BCCI and IPL can be very difficult for anything licensing related, whether it be the demands of what's included in a game or trying to charge too much for their license, but they have yet to give their license to anyone to make any sort of game yet. Although Ross does state that eventually the license will come, there will be a game, they just need to make sure it's a good one, which of course is obvious, but when you have the added pressure of one of the biggest cricketing tournaments in the world and you attain a very hard to reach license, you can expect there to be some pressure to deliver a game that is beneficial to the BCCI and IPL. They go on to speculate what a good IPL game would look like, and Ross answers that he would love the idea of starting out as a kid, can't afford anything, using a second-hand bat, ball with tape all over it, playing cricket in the backyard or the street. Next progression would be to play for an actual cricket team. Then you start getting various kit sponsors based on how you perform both on the field and off the field. And then of course you would go through the various team selection stages and then eventually playing in the IPL and national team. He then goes one step further and brings up retirement and entering into a coaching stage where you try to emulate your successes as a player but on the coaching side of things. As Ross says, it's the complete package and something they're looking to eventually bring in, and something that us cricket nerds have been wanting for a very long time. Ross also states that, not all the time, but essentially the story in India compared to England and Australia of becoming an international cricketer is a much richer tale, which you could essentially become a cricketing god in India. And he would love to see that represented in a game, which I would also love to see. Of course, a much richer storyline compared to the same thing over and over again, with no real story to it. You sort of just play the game and eventually get selected, as we've seen in previous cricketing games. So the vision is definitely there from Big Ant Studios, but the most important part in my opinion is the execution. I am stoked though that Ross is on this wave of thinking for future cricketing games. So also a bit of news regarding a new cricket game this year potentially. Ross Simons has responded to a tweet that I'll show up right now. He's responded saying, "We will have some surprises in store for everyone over the next few months, and I wish I could talk about them now, but cannot. All I will say is that everyone at Big Ant Studios are very happy with how things are progressing. So am I. I'm pretty bloody happy by that comment. It definitely, well, to me, it sort of means that we could be seeing a cricket game in the near future. Hopefully this year, I'm picking. Hopefully between the 2020 and Ashes tour. It's going to be exciting stuff, but anyway, that's the only news I have for a potential game this coming year. But anything else that comes up, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So that's where we're going to wrap up this video. I'll leave a link to the interview down below so you guys can hear it for yourself. I'm excited by the prospect of a storyline game like this, even though we're probably a wee bit away from it actually happening. Of course, based on licensing and a whole lot of other factors. But what do you guys think? What sort of storyline mode would you like to see in a new cricket game? Leave your thoughts below, but anyway, that's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.